3 years ago, this bag of chips cost $4.29. Today, it still costs $4.29. Sounds normal, until you realize the bag is smaller, the chips are fewer, and somehow your paycheck disappears faster than ever. And it's not just chips. Your groceries feel more expensive. Your rent feels impossible. Food delivery feels like luxury. Even breathing outside somehow costs money now. People think this is just inflation, but inflation alone doesn't explain why life suddenly feels exhausting. Do you ever leave the grocery store feeling stupid? Like someone's secretly draining money from your pocket? Don't worry, you're not paranoid. Today, explaining why your money feels like it's evaporating, and how the system is designed to quietly rob you. This is called shrinkflation. The price stays the same, but the product becomes 20% smaller. Companies shrink the package to hide inflation. You say, wow, this runs out fast. They make more profit. Because modern companies discovered something terrifying. As they increase prices slowly enough, your brain stops fighting back. That's why people don't even react anymore. They just stare at the checkout screen, sigh, and tap their card. And the craziest part, most of this was designed on purpose. Companies learned your brain notices price increases faster than quantity decreases. That's why your cereal box shrank. Your ice cream got smaller, your toilet paper lost rolls. But somehow, the price stayed almost the same. Modern packaging is basically edible deception. Only $10 a month, right? Netflix, Spotify, iCloud. But when all those tiny subscriptions add up, they quietly consume 20% of your paycheck. We call this the micro-spending curse. The system doesn't want you to own things anymore. It wants you to live as a subscriber. Now, your editing software has a monthly fee. Your music has a monthly fee. Your cloud storage has a monthly fee. Even some cars locked heated seats behind subscriptions. At some point, companies stopped selling products and started renting reality itself. Food delivery apps figured out something even darker. Tired people stop caring about money. Your $12 burrito becomes $27. One tiny fee at a time. Delivery fee, service fee, priority fee, small order fee, tip, tax, tiny cuts, over and over again. And the genius part, they don't show you the pain all at once. Because if they did, your brain would panic and leave. Convenience became the most profitable addiction in modern economics. Nobody feels rich anymore. People just feel slightly less stressed for 48 hours after payday. And then there are hidden fees. Airlines, hotels, ticket apps. Modern business stopped competing on price and started competing on hiding the real price. A $300 yearly bill feels painful, but $9.99 a month? That feels harmless, even though it's basically the same thing. People used to buy things, now they rent access to them. You don't really own your digital life anymore, you borrow it month by month. And the weirdest part, most people are paying for things they barely even use. The system isn't designed for you to remember your subscriptions. It's designed for you to forget them. Because forgotten subscriptions are the perfect business model. You stop going to the gym, but the payments continue. You stop using the app, but the payments continue. You don't even know what's inside your cloud storage anymore, but the payments continue. This isn't shopping anymore, it's digital rent. Modern companies don't trap people with one giant chain. They trap them with hundreds of tiny invisible strings. And individually, they feel harmless. But together, they become a financial spiderweb that slowly tightens around your life. The psychology behind it is even darker. The human brain adapts to repeated small losses. Not like an alarm, more like the sound of an air conditioner running in the background. Eventually, you stop noticing it completely, until one day, you open your banking app and ask yourself, wait, where is all my money going? Tiny payments don't feel dangerous individually, but modern life is built from hundreds of tiny leaks draining your money every single day. So if life feels more expensive lately, you're not imagining it. Modern systems are literally designed to feel invisible until your bank account suddenly isn't. Tiny payments don't feel dangerous individually. That's the trick. Modern life isn't draining people with one giant catastrophic expense anymore. It's draining them through hundreds of invisible micro-leaks happening silently every single day. A coffee here, a delivery fee there, a forgotten subscription, a service fee, a convenience fee, a processing fee nobody can even explain. Individually, they feel harmless, almost too small to care about, but psychologically, that's exactly why they work. Behavioral economists discovered something strange years ago. Humans react strongly to one large painful loss, but adapt surprisingly fast to repeated tiny losses. That's why casinos use chips instead of cash. That's why apps hide final prices until checkout. That's why so many modern services split costs into tiny monthly payments. Because once money becomes abstract, your brain stops sounding the alarm, and companies became terrifyingly good at exploiting that weakness. In fact, some airlines were literally sued for hiding mandatory fees until the final checkout screen. Ticket apps faced backlash after customers discovered service fees costing almost as much as the tickets themselves. Food delivery apps have been criticized for stacking hidden charges so aggressively that a $12 meal suddenly becomes $27 before tip. And yet, people still pay, because the system isn't designed to feel painful all at once. It's designed to feel invisible, like background radiation, like a slow leak in a submarine, like a vampire that only takes a drop of blood at a time. You don't notice the damage immediately, but eventually, you look at your paycheck and wonder why surviving suddenly feels harder than it did a few years ago, even though you're technically making more money. And that's the real psychological trap of modern capitalism. The system doesn't need to rob you dramatically, it just needs to make the draining feel normal. So if life feels more expensive lately, you're not imagining it. Modern systems are literally engineered to hide financial pain till the moment your bank account finally forces you to notice. And the scariest part, this is probably just the beginning. Because the system is getting smarter, more personalized, more invisible. Every year, companies learn a little more about your habits, your impulses, your exhaustion, your loneliness. And with enough data, they don't need to force people anymore. They just quietly design the perfect environment for endless spending. That's the terrifying genius of modern systems. They don't steal dramatically. They normalize the draining until survival itself feels expensive. And by the time most people finally notice what's happening, they're already trapped inside it.